Hey, it's me again. Right now, I want to take just a few minutes and show you exactly how I have organized my Beachbody business. I'm going to talk about tracking your business with a BAT or a business activity tracker. I'm going to talk about how I schedule my posts, how I get them ready so that they're done in advance and I don't have to stress about them, and then creating your own business binder. So I am going to do some screen sharing real quick. The first thing I'm going to talk about is a business activity tracker. So I'm going to come over here to my Google Docs, see if I can remember where everything is. Okay, so here's my business activity tracker. And there are so many different versions of a tracker. So I will place those in the Files tab. They're all over the Ugly Crew and the Files tab there, but I will make sure that they are in this group so that you can access them and look through it and find what you like the best. But right now, I am trying this one out just because it's there. It's with my computer. I can access it on my phone if I need to, and I don't have to worry about pen and paper, even though I'm very much a pen and paper type person. So I just have my daily tasks. Now, you as a new coach will not necessarily have to do all of these in your business hour because right now your focus is on posting, inviting, doing your workout, drinking your shake, doing your personal development. So on here, I've got my workout. This number right here just tells me how much time I'm going to allow myself. So I'm doing T25 right now, so my workout is 30 minutes. Personal development and Shakeology, I personally want to read 30 minutes a day. It takes me 5 minutes to whip up my shake. So there's my 35 minutes. Then I've got my paid challenge group. I'm just simply going in, commenting on posts, messaging people if I haven't seen that they've been active, and then scheduling an extra post. Like I want to start doing, just giving more resources, more recipes, menus, just finding ways to make sure that my paid challenge group is getting the best of the best because they're the ones that have paid to be in there. Fit Crew, same thing, comments, message, make sure I'm active in there so they'll be active in there. Those honestly take 5 minutes. And it's so much easier to sit down and do it once than have your phone attached to you all day long and immediately responding as people are commenting. Sometimes I do. It depends on what I'm doing, how my day's going. If, just take it day by day and figure out what works for you. I can't remember where I was going with that. But then the next thing I do is I check my online office. So let's come to teambeachbody.com. Go to coach. I hate it when I do that. Okay, online office. Sign in. Wait for it to do its thing. And then I just make sure I'm up to date on all these new, a lot of times this isn't this much information, but there is a lot of new things going on with corporate right now. So just read through these, make sure you know what's going on with the company so that you can keep up with your business. I check to make sure that my Success Club points match what I believe I should have. And then I'll check my volume and just different things in here to make sure I know what's going on. There is a training about this that we will get into, but I just kind of wanted to show you it doesn't take that long to check, make sure your records line up with corporate's records. I have a page on my Facebook. You can create, you know how you can create like friends and family? Well, I have one for my downline, for you guys. And as soon as somebody signs up as a coach, I add them into that list. I click on it, and then I look through your posts so I can see what you're doing and how well you're posting, what's going on that direction, so that if you're struggling, I can be up on it and I can be like, okay, well, this post, maybe you're not posting enough about Beachbody. Maybe you're being too vague because you don't want to be salesy. Or maybe you're not, it's just a way for me to reference and keep track of you guys. Then I go through and I reply to all my messages, make sure I'm the last one that has commented if there needs to be a response. So all those things, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to do all those things, not long at all. It's so much easier to sit down at a designated hour, whip through it, than it is to be like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that all day long, because then you're not focused and you're spacey and you're always feeling like, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. If you think of something you have to do, jot it down on a sticky note, put it on your computer, so when you sit down for your business hour, you can target that. Schedule and create posts for the next day. Honestly, I do most of that Sunday night, but then I do sit down and make sure it's ready for the next day. And that will be the next thing that I talk about here. And then powers of 3, I give myself 30 minutes because I will second guess myself. I will make it last longer than it needs to be, and I won't get anywhere. So I have to set a timer and I have to push myself to do it. And these are the extra things that I do. This is the like page training that I am going through. I am wanting, I haven't been very good about it lately, but I want to spend 1 hour every day focusing on that and doing the assignments in that training so that I can apply them, so that I can teach you. And then I've got these weekly tasks that I do, which I put over here. So I'll spend an hour on Monday just catching up, working on my blog. Tuesday, I make sure my paid group is scheduled for the following week, so I don't have to worry about it. The worst thing is waking up in the morning and be like, oh my gosh, what am I going to post in my group today? So Tuesday is my paid group. Wednesday is my free group. I am no longer scheduling. Oh, no, we're good. So yes, make sure I have a plan and schedule it. Thursday is when I do recognition in the crew. So I need to make sure I have the Success Club banner up, make sure I know where everybody's points are at. And I also want to start spotlighting challengers for doing well, because the 4th vital behavior is recognition. Friday, just catch up, because there are things that happen. You're like, oh, I should do that. Saturday, blog. I've got blog on here 3 times because that's the next thing that I personally want to work on. And then these are the calls that I want to make sure I'm listening to, that I'm a part of. Like I said, these are not necessarily the activities that you're going to be wanting to do as a brand new coach. So don't let this overwhelm you. Stick to making sure you've got your posts, you're checking in with your groups, you've got your groups up, that you're inviting and forming and making connections with people. So those are the things that you're personally going to want on your business activity tracker. And then after I do it, I just take it and I change the color. Oh, not the text, but the, the fill, so that I can go look back and see, okay, what am I slacking on right now? Where do I need to up my game? So that is a business activity tracker. And I do not delete it. I copy it and paste it. I do like a 1 month spread at a time. And I just, so like down here, I'll create a new sheet, rename it, and it will be February. And actually, is what I would probably do is duplicate the sheet and then rename it to February. Then it's all right there. I can just white out the things that have been filled, and I'm ready to go. So that's how I keep track of my business and the things that I do there. The other thing I wanted to talk about was my posting schedule. And I'm trying really hard to go technical and keep things digital. So I've created a Google Doc for that as well. So down here, I've got my complete posting schedule. Now, this is also a new thing that I'm trying out, because I used to do it, just print out a monthly calendar and fill it out with posts. But that way, if I'm out and about, I can grab this and be like, okay, yes, that's what I'm doing. So I am personally trying to post 5 days, not 5 days, 5 times a week. And I know I stressed a lot of my coaches out about this in the past. Don't stress about it. Follow that coaching calendar in the Files tab, and you'll be just fine. But if you notice, they're not all 5 on my personal page. In the morning, I'm going to share my workout with motivation, what's going on in my mind, how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, in my free group. That's my fit crew. Then sometime in the morning, I'm sharing a life moment. I went ahead and typed these in here to give you an idea of what I've been posting. So this, for me, is just life as it happens on my personal page. And I just try to make sure I have something up in the morning between 8 and 11. And then if I'm like, oh crap, nothing really exciting has happened, I'll come over here to my personal page. These are my topics. I want to make sure I'm addressing and talking about each one of my kids. So I'll recognize them somehow if I haven't thought of anything throughout the day to post about. Noon, I'm posting on my like page. Now, as a brand new coach, this is not something you're gonna want to worry about right now. So these are the topics I'm doing. And like I said, I I go through and type up the post Sunday night, so that throughout the week, I just have to copy and paste it. You can do it in a Google Doc, but I had already created an Evernote account. So this is where I keep a lot of my resources. Sorry. Okay. So come over here to notebooks, post ideas. Okay, so here's the one. Where did it go? Okay, like page posts. So Monday evening, that's my text for it. Copy paste it. Here's my text. This is why I coach. This is what I've missed. That way you're not stressing. And I know it sounds overwhelming, but I promise you, if you'll sit down and do it, it won't be a stress. Afternoon, in my fit crew, I'm going to do just an afternoon post. So Tuesdays is Transformation Tuesdays. Wednesdays is a recipe. Thursdays is a throwback Thursday about me. Friday is, let me see, because this one is different because I'm introducing how the new group is going to work. So Flex Friday or a meme. And I've got these different pages because I want to make sure I'm rotating through my topics on each of my different platforms. So like my like page. These are my different topics that I want to rotate through. And if you notice, this is really good for me to show you because I wanted to post 3 times a day on my like page. Guess what? That became too much for me. And I felt like I was posting too much in general. So I decided, okay, well, I'll space them out a little bit more. And then I decided, okay, I'll just make sure I'm posting once a day on my like page. And if there's something extra, I can add it if something comes up. So I color coded them just so that I know I've got the rotation going. I can come in here. I can create, so I go through and I copy and paste these things into here. And then I sit down and I'm like, okay, what's something funny that I can post on my like page? And I go and find it and I put that specific thing in there so I know what it is. And then if it's something that I can schedule, I'll schedule it in advance. If it's something that I need to do the day before or the time of, it's in bold so that I know it's not ready yet. So when the time comes, I'm like, ah! So that is, I hope I'm making sense. I hope that this will help you organize your business, help you get a feel for how you can create it so that it will work for you. And then I moved it all over here so that each day I can see exactly what I'm posting. I'm not having to go through here being like, oh crap, what am I posting when? What am I supposed to do? So it's all confined and organized, but then I can break it each page down and see exactly what content is going where throughout the day and throughout the week. But for this, I think the biggest thing is post on your pages, your free groups, on your personal page, the things that bring you joy. Share your aha moments and your discoveries. Share your family. Share what means the most to you. Because that's what coaching is about. It's not trying to keep up with so-and-so. It's about you finding joy in who you are. My computer's gonna start ringing in a second. So just look at your life and find what brings you the most happiness and then find a way to post about it. So that's why I've got organization here, because to me, If my life is not organized, then I'm stressed. I'm a mom. I'm pregnant. Coaching is a part of my life. People like recipes. I hate cooking. I hate finding recipes, but people like them. So I do that. People don't like things serious all the time. So that's why I'm incorporating memes and funny videos. So just look at your life and see what you want to do. And then the last thing I want to show you is the business binder. And this is in the Files tab. And see if it'll bring it up for me. It's really, really, really long. But, so don't print out the whole entire thing. Okay, right. It's like 50 pages. So just go through it and see what resources you want to use to help you. To help you there it goes. Keep track of what you're doing and where you're going. So see, this is the monthly planner. This is where I used to write I would print it out and write, okay, these are the quotes I'm going to use for my workouts today. This is what I'm going to share where. I honestly don't use this because I have a planner. Yearly goals. So if you want to set, I encourage you to set these different goals so that you can watch how you progress and see what you're doing. There's a section for blogs. I don't know if you can see all this stuff, but there's some things at the very end that I like, and I'm looking for them. So you've got expense reports so that you can keep track of, giveaways, if you give something away, or if you do something for your challengers. You can keep track of your profits. Here's one of the business activity trackers I did. I just printed it out and I would mark it. Keep it in my binder. This one, I really like this one. I keep track of my Success Club so I can see each month how well I'm doing and where I'm struggling. And it's really fun to look back from year to year, and you'll kind of see a pattern of which months are stronger for you and which months are maybe a little harder, so that you can be like, okay, I know December is going to be a harder month for me, so I'm going to have to work even harder to hit Success Club. There's a section for Instagram. You can keep track of your personal development. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, that's kind of cool. Write down your takeaways. Actually, I might use that one because those takeaways become awesome posts for your pages. And see, it's 57 pages, but you don't need all of them. Go through it, see what you want to keep track of, what's going to work for you, print it out, put it in a binder. You'll have resources from the leadership ladder that I'm going to want you to print and put in there so that you can keep track of your business. Because if you're not keeping track of your business, then you are not going to see where your strengths are and where you're struggling. And a lot of times we focus on those struggles and those weaknesses, and we don't think we're doing very well because we can't see the whole picture. We've got tunnel vision. We're focused on I don't have coaches. I'm not hitting Success Club. Nobody wants this. But if you can see the whole picture and keep track of it, you can see where you need to improve. So I hope that helps you guys. I hope it's not overwhelming. I know I probably went longer than I intended to. Let's see if I can find my YouTube video. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Okay. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm here to help you. If you're overwhelmed, talk to me. We'll help you take a step back. But if you can just dive in and power through this 1 month, then you will find your balance and you will find what you need to do to be successful. So welcome to the group. I'm so excited to have you, and we're going to have an awesome month.